it's me, it's Liz, ready for coffee and card. Let me see if I've had that all-important email. Yes, I have. Now that's interesting. Sorry, I've just had a... Oh, I know why. That's fine. Sorry, I had an email asking me for some feedback from a shop, and I'm thinking, I haven't been there, but I did. So it's fine. Right, so today I am looking at, what do we call them? Sweet Thoughts, Memories and More cards and note cards and envelopes. And the reason I'm looking at that is because the note cards and envelopes are one of the free items that you can now choose for purchases in Celebration. Every £45 you spend, or I want to say €60, can't remember, you get to choose a Celebration item for free. Some of them are from the annual catalogue, so all good. Hello Sherry, hello Joanna, hello B, hello Lorna. You're actually here, yes! So that's marvellous. So I wasn't going to get the Memories and More cards from the mini catalogue, and then I saw that the note cards and envelopes were free, and I kind of had to. So what I'm going to do today is show you them and also do some cards with them. Hello Kay. You've been sick for a week. No, I'm hoping it will cheer you up. Hello Leslie, hope you're feeling okay. Fingers crossed. So I'm going to flip the camera down. There we go. So this is what you get for free. These are the note cards and envelopes. There's actually one missing, and I'll explain why momentarily. So you get 10 each of Calypso Coral and Pretty Peacock in both the note cards and the envelopes. Obviously you can mix and match. The inside of the envelope, hello, the whole of the inside is patterned. Hello Ineke from the Netherlands. So yes, inside is patterned. I mean the whole thing. Quite often they will print up to kind of here, so this will all be patterned, but for the whole thing to be patterned is pretty amazing. So I will be showing you how to make a box out of one of the note cards later on. Just remind me if I don't. So let me have a look or show you the Memories and More cards that go with. Oh, thank you, Lorna. Yes, liking and sharing is always very, very kind if people would like to like and share. So you get this you pay for. And I want to say they're £9 something. Let me have a look. Let me have a little look in my little catalogue. They are £9.50. So normally the note cards and envelopes would be £9.50. But as I say, during Celebration, which finishes on Thursday, you can get them for free as a qualifying purchase, or a free item with a qualifying purchase. Getting over a really bad reaction to the 6th COVID jab. I haven't got my teeth in. Oh no, I'm really sorry about that. I have to say my last COVID jab I didn't react to. My husband did, first time he's ever reacted, but I didn't, so I'm sorry. Thank you, Leslie. Thumbs up, done. So yes, £9.50 towards your £45 order, and then you can get the note cards, sorry, the envelopes free. Envelopes? Yes, note cards and envelopes. So you get 6 sticker sheets. So these are the 6. So you get lots of flowers, it's butterfly. It's a, I want to say copper foil, although they don't actually say. The colours are basic black, Calypso Coral, Crushed Curry, Garden Green, Pecan Pie, and Pretty Peacock. But yeah, so they don't say, but I think that's copper or rose gold. Thank you, Ineke. So yes, lots of flowers, floral butterfly, today smile, little tag, today smile happy, hearts. So 2 sheets of those. 2 sheets with happy, 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 label, more flowers, floral border, love, which I think is a tab rather than 2 stickers, but you could cut them. Then sweet memories, my heart, birthday, love you to pieces, hello for you, love this, birthday, anniversary, life. 2 of those. And then this, which is just, I mean, look at all that foil. So you've got floral piece, foliage pieces rather. You've got these striped pieces, butterfly, flowers, more, another tag, you are sweet, film strip in, I'm thinking that is pale Pretty Peacock, another tab with love this, and then this is in black, which is another film strip, and you get 2 of those. So, who have I missed? Didn't, but of course I had to. Oh, Don didn't, but of course I had to. Got it, Leslie. Yeah, as I say, I normally react. Martin normally doesn't. Hello, Rita from the heart of Illinois, US of A. So these are the cards, and I've done one of each side. So these are the cards. So we've got that faded floral with Hello Beautiful on the back. Beautiful, amazing, fabulous, lovely, wonderful, with butterflies on the reverse. Enjoy the little moments with this pattern on the reverse. So sweet. And this huge butterfly on the reverse. You can do hard things with this on the reverse. All about you, reverse. That's the same as the lining of the envelope. Hello, Debbie. So many reasons to smile with that on the reverse. So these are the large. So these are 6 by 4, I'm hoping. Yes, those are 6 by 4. Then the 4 by 3. I knew I should have brought a drink over. These are like dandelions. Do what makes your soul happy. Good things. This is a faded print, so it's deliberately not well printed print. Let's put that there. Let's move that over there. Oh, let's put another light on. Always a plan. So let me see if I can bring this up and keep it in focus. Just about. So this is meant to not be brilliantly printed. Hello, Karen. Life is wonderful. Hearts. Picture perfect. The same pattern but black on white rather than white on black. Floral. More floral. This is quite 1970s. I had wallpaper very much like that in the 70s. My mother hated hanging it. Love. Dots. Moments to remember. Love you forever. Leaves. Love you to pieces in an ombre. Floral. The details. That lovely stripe pattern. You are my sunshine. That ombre but in calypso coral. You are nothing short of amazing. Floral foliage. Lovely moments. Hello there. This. Now I'm going to show you how to do this with possibly some surprising supplies. The happy life. Floral. The world needs more people like you. Foliage. Dream big. Pattern. More of those dandelions, and I love you each and every day. Now remember, these are memories and more cards as well, so you can either use them for cards or you can use them for memory keeping. So having mentioned that, I'm going to show you how to do, maybe it was here, no, how to do this. Let's do that to begin with. It's not exactly the same, but look what I made. So this is using Trusty Tools and Sentimental Park. Sentimental Park we've had for a while. And Trusty Tools is new, so this. So don't think this is only for masculine projects. So if you've got it for masculine projects, you can use it for non-masculine projects. Let me find some paper and show you how to do that. So let's pop those under my face. Let's just move that so it's not reflecting. There we go. Right, now, hello Mary, also from the Netherlands. Oh no, Karen, off for a procedure. No, back next week. Well, fingers crossed, I hope it goes well. Right, so this is a white pigment ink craft pad. When we had our last team meeting, someone said, did I see the video about, and we think it was from Lisa Curcio, who's demo in the States, about putting Memento ink onto the, you get this as an uninked ink pad with the craft ink separately and you ink it up. And someone said, had I seen this thing that, as I say, we think it was Lisa Curcio suggested, where you put Memento on it instead. So I've tried. And what I'm going to show you is A, how to do this flower thing, but also I'm going to do the difference between the two. So this is, it takes quite a lot of ink, let it be said. So I'm going to do it both with that and with an ordinary Memento ink pad. I'll do one at a time. So this is the one with the sponge pad, but with Memento ink. And then I've got the, so this is using masking paper, which we have available. It's really great stuff. Love masking paper. I used it in my recent creativity in a box class, just for a circle actually, but and so there's our brush, and there is our flower. So can you, or flower and brush. So I just coloured that. So let me show you. I'm going to turn it up that way because it will go in there nicely. What happens, is there a difference? And there may not be. I don't know. I haven't tried. So this is my ordinary Memento ink pad. Now I do always store them upside down. Let me just get rid of that one because, you know, me and 2 open ink pads on a desk, that's not a good idea. So I'm not convinced there's going to be a huge difference, but it's an interesting test. I think maybe if you're using a more solid stamp, and I have got some more solid stamps, so we can have a look doing that. So, ooh, it always helps if you put the mask on first, doesn't it? So obviously once you've cut your mask, you can use it over and over again. And I always cut my mask inside the stamped line because you will get a bit of a halo between the ink, the stamp and the mask. So you need to push the mask slightly further up. So there we go. I don't think there's a huge difference between those, although this one's picked up more bits of fluff. So I'm going to grab another stamp. Let's grab this floral. So this is a solid stamp. And let's see. And then I would just fussy cut, having coloured. I think this is where we're going to see a difference. So this is with the ordinary ink pad. But I did say to my team that I would give this a go just to see what it was like. Now there's quite a lot of what I would call crud on that ink pad, that stamp rather. So I'm just going to quickly clean it so that we get a proper test. So this is the Memento on a white uninked ink pad. Now interestingly, I would say that that's crisper. This has picked up ink in the middle because it's foam. Let me try again without pushing so hard. So I'm not convinced that it's the better option. No, I'm not convinced. I think it's an interesting test. but I'm not convinced. Can you see? So this one I over inked because it's foam, so it's softer. I think it's, if you've got a very old Memento ink pad and it's beginning to put out bits of fluff. Hello Jan, hello Nora. So yeah, I'm not convinced that it's worth sacrificing an ink pad for, and a lot of Memento ink. I'll keep using it and see how I get on, but and of course it does store in our ink storage. Right, so that's how you could do that that image if you wanted more of the paintbrush with the flowers coming out. Obviously any other stamp pad to clean, or stamp rather to clean. That's just, there we go. So any floral, obviously, that's roughly the right size would work. I did try, because they both have dies, I did try doing partial die cutting. It really wasn't terribly successful. So let's not, Right, so let us pop some cards together. I'm going to alternate my colours. Hello, Kate. Memento seems better. I would agree. Looks grey. Yeah. I mean, I don't like Memento as a black ink anyway, unless you've got a stamp positioning tool, which of course technically we don't anymore. I'm just alternating these so that they're pre-alternated. So yeah, I'm not convinced that it's amazing. Right, I'm just going to turn my heater off because I'm having a moment otherwise. Right, so our cards are 6 1/4 by 8 1/2, so you end up with a 6 1/4 by 8 1/4 card, and obviously the envelopes are sized accordingly. They can go either landscape or portrait. Now you can do something really simple, like just do that and stamp a sentiment or put one of the stickers on. So let's start by doing that, and we can work from there. I'm going to use liquid adhesive. So the lovely Kate Bolt Ink Stamp Share and I are meeting up for coffee tomorrow, because we don't live that far apart. And we're travelling to Rotterdam for onstage together. So that will be great fun. It's not long now. And I made a decision to not do swaps. I'm doing cards, or gifts rather, for specific people, but not swaps as such. So we've got You Are Sweet, we've got Happy, let's do Happy Birthday. Yeah, Happy Birthday. So let's take a big happy, and I'm just going to pop that there, and birthday, and pop that there, because what I'm going to do is pop those up on dimensionals. There's a big dimensional. So I've got little edge pieces, and then I've got the big ones. Now to get some of the stick off, just going to stick it to my jumper to fluff it a bit. You can use our embossing buddy, that's the word I'm looking for. That does quite a good job. Talcum powder, if you've still got talcum powder. I don't even know if they're made. Hello, Amy from Northeast Arkansas. So I'm just going to pop dimensionals on the back of my happy. Just 3 of those. And then I'm going to have a little strip off here. About yay much. And again, just, you know, stick it to the back of your hand. But I'll keep a swap for you, says Mary. Oh, bless. I may bring 1 or 2 cards to swap, but I'm not doing... I've been known to do... Well, for the 30th anniversary, which was in Florida, I did something like 200. and it nearly killed me. So not doing that. Woo! So I'm going to, I think I'm going to go over there. Does the birthday fit there? Yes, it does. So happy birthday. Now I also think I may have an embellishment that would work. So let me see what I have got. Indeed, opaque faceted gems, which those I believe are also a celebration item. Let me check. And of course they're the right sort of colours. Sure, they're a celebration item. Amy loves the M&M packs because you get a lot of product for plenty of cards. Absolutely, in particular as the cards are currently free through Celebration. So your daughter Jo is going to Vegas on her own to see her Aussie rugby team play. Ooh! And plans on going to the Grand Canyon. Lovely. Hello, Jan. Running really late. What set am I using? It's the Memories and More pack. The sweet... I can't remember what they're called. Sweet Thoughts. Memories and More pack. I'm really convinced that, yes, so the opaque faceted gems are a celebration item. Yay! So, also free. So at the moment, we're basically using free product and some Memories and More cards because the note cards are free and these are free. So, yay. Right, let's use some of the Calypso Coral. Don't they just go so nicely? So let's... Got small as well. Let's tuck that in there. And whoops. Pop that down there. And I'm going to put a little cluster up the top as well. There we go, because they're free, so why not use lots of them? I know it's free with a purchase, but you know. So, one card down. So there we are. Really simple card, but I'm sure anyone would be really pleased to receive it. And of course you've got lots of space to write on the inside. One card down. Let's get rid of some of this mess. So I think I'm going to do another really simple card because we can. So I'm going to just put that on there. Now that needs to be folded so that I can see where the middle is. We're going to put this on dimensionals and that's going to be a card. So don't overthink the process is what I'm saying, because you don't need to. Why overthink when you can make things really simple? And for someone who's new to crafting, this would be a fantastic intro. So you could, when you're buying stuff that you want anyway, get some of the note cards, get some of the Memories and More cards, maybe get a pack of the gems and gift those to a friend who's never done card making before. And maybe have a cup of coffee with them and show them how to do it. So as I say, this is my, you don't have to overcomplicate things. So that would be fine on its own, but I've got the gems, so why not use them? Leslie placed her last celebration order last night and chose the markers as your gift. Yes, what a great choice. So you can get a pack of the markers that are the new core colours, so the ones that came in at the beginning of last year with the annual catalogue that will be retiring soon, not long. So yes, that's one of the gifts. It's a £90, so it's a double spend, £90 in the UK. So another really simple, really pretty little card. Two down. Where are we? We're on 25 past. Pity the M&M are only available in English, though. This set is gorgeous. I'm so sorry, Inaka. Yes, it is a pity. You're right. Okay, I'm going to do one using more than one Memories and More cards. So we're going to use the pattern that's on the inside of the envelopes. And one of these. We could do that. Let's have a look and see what else we've got. I'm thinking that Life is Wonderful. So, again, some of this on the back. So this is the All About You. Now I'm working on this premise that if I have these even, this one will be fine too. So we've got that. We've got dimensionals. Ah, Inaka likes my choice. Good. In fact, you know, I may bring these as swap cards. I know they're retiring product and all that stuff, but as I'm not really doing swaps, what I might do is have some of these around so that if anyone says, oh, but I want to give you a card, then I can use these. Because they are kind of easy to do in bulk. I haven't quite decided yet. So there we go. This time I'm going to see what we've got in the way of some stickers. So I'm thinking 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3. Can't decide whether to pop them up. Pop up or not? I think I might have them hanging off the edge. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop my dimensional down and stick. Then this one I'm going to stick on a dimensional, just about the right size for a large dimensional. Yep. Just making it an expensive card, you understand. And then this one will pop over here, and again I'm just going to pop a small dimensional there and do that. So there we are, number 3. So just as a change. Okay, so where are my cards? There they are. Now, of course, what you can do, can I do it quickly enough? So let's go that way. Can I? Will that work? Possibly not that card, but something. I have a plan. What's on the other side? Floral. Yeah. Ooh, except that would... Ah, now, where is it? Where's what I'm looking for? That would do. That's a bit fussy. Oh, possibly. That's a possible. That's the one I was looking for. Right, okay, quick bit of fussy cutting. So, I am going to leave a bit of a margin. I think I forgot to turn off the autofocus again. Sorry. And I don't think I can do it while we're streaming. Weren't too expensive in your luggage. I'm only going for 3 days. These are also pretty. Would brighten the receiver's day for sure. Oh, thank you, Kay. So yes, Leslie, I'm only going for 3 days. I mean, I could theoretically, if it wasn't for the fact that, you know, we're expecting to bring stuff back, I could do it on hand luggage. I did backstage in New Orleans on just hand luggage, and I cannot tell you how many clothes I didn't actually wear but that I had taken. It's easier if you're going somewhere warm, because obviously you don't have to take the layers. But I took 2 pairs of shoes, which was a sandal and a pair of slip-on trainers that were waterproof. Well, not waterproof, but didn't mind getting wet. I did swaps, most of which made it back. We had been told we weren't getting any sort of bag. That was wrong. So we ended up with a so-called collapsible bag, but it's that felted one that was available as a prize for something a while back. Anyway, it was quite large, and I did manage to get it in my luggage. And, you know, when you're only travelling on hand luggage, thanks, guys. I mean, it's great. It's insulated and all that good stuff. So while I was there, it was lovely. Actually, I didn't use it. I had a collapsible water bottle. But yeah, I did New Orleans, which was nearly a week on just hand luggage. So I'm intending to have space when I come back. Right, I have made a bit of a rookie error with this, but it's fine. It's fine. So we have still got this bit if we want it. So this, let's get rid of some of these dimensional backings. My husband keeps saying there's hexagons all around the house. He's not wrong. Hello, Brenton. Have a good day at work, Jan. Leslie was thinking about taking cards. Right, so I am going to fold this first so I can see what I'm working with. So that's going to go there. The rookie error was this. So we can either go that way, or we can go that way. I'm thinking that way, but we have got this space. But I think we can deal with that space somehow. I think we can. So we can bring everything in a bit, and we can use one of those copper strips. All going to be good. So I'm going to put glue around the outside of my fussy cutting. So Brenton, you probably gathered from the heading that we're using the Sweet Thoughts, Memories and More cards with the free with a purchase note cards and envelopes that match. So I'm going to pop that down there. Line it up. Let's line it up with that. And then this I'm also going to line up there. Just make sure it's square. So I'm lining up to a line here. And then hopefully that lines up as well. Yep. So when I turn it over, I have this piece. So that can go in towards the middle of my card. Then I'm going to have this. Ooh, actually, no, I'm not. I'm going to have Scottish blood coming out of me. This little bit here. So I'm going to stick this on first. And it's going off the top and the bottom. Like so. Trim. And trim. Don't think those bits are worth keeping, so we'll get rid of those. Oh, if they'd like to come off my fingers, thank you. So this is then going to go right up against it, like that. There we go. And then this is where I think we're going to have You're So Sweet. Let's take it off the pack that I've already. You Are Sweet. So again, these are going to go on to dimensionals, and they're going to come over this edge here. One, two. Just de-stick those a bit. Oh, I'm not going to make the box out of an envelope. I'm going to use the envelope to cover the box. Yes. So I'll be using a card, and it's one of my favourite sorts of boxes because it uses the least amount of card. So I'm actually thinking I might come down to the bottom here rather than going to the top. You asked to be reminded. Absolutely. We've got 20 minutes. It will take about 10 of those at tops. So thank you for reminding me. Sweet. Despite it being in English, I'm tempted to get it after all. They are #1 SAB. They're the smallest purchase SAB, yes. So there we are. You Are Sweet. If I was doing it in the cold light of day, I might bring this over and have this coming over a bit more so that it wasn't empty here. Although what we could do, of course, is take this piece. So this might help even that out a bit. So if we take, whoops, just the edge piece, please, thank you. So if we take this piece and go there, that might help it look more intentional. There we go. Again, I like to cut from the back. Yes, I prefer that. It looks more intentional. So that's that one. Let's make the card whilst I remember. Not the card, the box, whilst I remember. So let's clear the decks a little bit. Now this is all to do with maths, which I know a lot of people don't like. So the first thing I'm going to do is take 3/4 of an inch off this edge here. If I had more time, I could probably work out how to not take that off, but you know. So, scoreboard. We have a score already, so we're kind of stuck with this score here. So I'm going to score at, actually I'm going to start from here. So I'm going to score at 3/4 of an inch. I will bring my board down because I've suddenly seen it, can't see it. So 3/4 of an inch here. And so that's at 4 1/4. We're going to come back to 3 1/2. So that is also 3/4 of an inch. And then I am actually going to swivel that round and do my 3/4 of an inch that way, so I know this is 3/4 of an inch and not ish. And then I'm going to do 3/4 of an inch and 3/4 of an inch. So it's going to be a pizza box style. And the reason I like pizza box style is because it's all in one, so you don't end up overlapping more than you have to. Hello, Deborah from Michigan. The cards and envelopes are... Yes, absolutely, that's correct. Thank you, Leslie. Thank you, Inika. Right, okay, so I like to work from the back. You need to trim a little bit off these edges. Then here, where we've scored, you want to put the score line into the square and then just cut it off. And we're going to do that all the way around. So score line into the square, cut it off. I will need to cut it back, don't worry, I appreciate that. Score line into the square, pull it. Score line into the square. If I could see the score line, that would be so much easier. There we go. And then just trim a little bit off the top. So we're basically cutting into each of those squares to take out a very small little triangle. These are the little triangles. Then score line into square, cut away, and again, and again, and again. And then just pull all of those off, get rid of those. So this is what we have. So we've got a top, a bottom and 3 sides because that's all a pizza box needs. I'm going to grab some Seal Plus and just add a little bit of Seal Plus to each of those squares. You can use tear and tape. If you've got a bit of time to hold things together, you can use liquid adhesive, but I'm doing this for speed. And then I'm also going to just add a bit there. So I've done close to the crease line and then the bit that's sticking down, or up, depending on how you look at it. And then we just take the cut edge to the fold edge and get these edges at the top to meet up as near as you can. And then this is the only one that's really tricky because you're kind of working with a lid as well. So I'm working my base. So again, I'm getting my cut edge to line up with, in this case, this fold, like that. Same this side. Let's just get that bit tucked in. There we go. So the cut edge at the top lines up with the fold, like that. And then to make sure your lid fits, I make it round the box. So like that, and like and that way you know your lid's going to fit and you end up with your little pizza box. Let's just make sure everything is properly stuck. There we go. So like that. Now we've got that envelope liner here. So all I did was trim a very small bit off each side, and I have already made, in true Blue Peter but I buried it fashion, the peacock one. So these measure 2¼ So I'm going to cut 2. So it's 2¼ by 4¾ So I'm going to do 2 by 4½. So 2 by 4½. And I'm going to avoid this flap because we don't really want a flap. So that bit's probably rubbish. So 2. Is that going to be big enough? I don't think I've measured that right. No, it's 2¾ So 2½ by 4½. Phew! 2½ by 4½. So it's going to be quite easy for this piece to get my 4½. So that will go on there like that. This piece, I've got these seams, but we've got way more than we need. So let's trim that down and do it that way up, but trim that down too. So I'm taking off those seams, and then I'm going to use this piece for my 2½ by 4½. So 2½ by 4½. Like that. And we've still got these bits that we could use for embellishments on a card. These are the 2 bits of card that I cut away before I started. So, hello Shaz! How are you? Now obviously you could use different dimensions, just bear in mind that you have got a starting fold or crease which you're pretty much stuck with. Just going to open that up and give it a good press from the back. There we go, that's one, and then another one. Just tidy that up because that doesn't want to be there. And again, let's press from the back. Oh no, Shaz, I'm so sorry. That's not fair. I mean, life isn't, but it's not. That's what I'm looking for. And right, so this is Pretty Peacock and Gold ribbon, which is currant, and I'm going to put that round this box. And just going to chop that. I have not quite equally sad news, it's not, and I think I've mentioned it already. My aunt, who was my last blood relative of that generation, passed away a few weeks ago, and it's her funeral on Thursday down in Bodmin, actually. So hubby and I are going down to that. 12,000 miles away. Oh, dreadful, Leslie. So, come on. I haven't used much of this ribbon, which is a mistake because it's actually quite pretty. Just trim that at a bit of an angle, like that. And same with this one. And I'm just going to check whether you can seal the end. Oh, helps if you do the right side of the... You can. So if you're careful, let's see if I can set this box alight. You can seal the ends. Doesn't need much. And then what you can do if you want is you can move this so that it's to one side, but it's flat at the back, which is always good. So this was, I think, in the last mini, and I don't know if it's carried over, but it happens to be Calypso Coral, and I happen to have some left. So guess what? I'm going to use it. So we're doing Pretty Peacock on the Calypso Coral and Calypso Coral on the Pretty Peacock. Let's go a bit further so I've got more to play with. There we go. And around, and I do like to try and keep this flat. And then chop. Back through there. Let's get that twist out. And tie a bow. Now this, because it's linen, obviously you wouldn't burn the ends of it, would just char, but you can trim them to the same length. And what you can do is just open them up a bit, just to give them a bit more of a kind of interesting finish, like that. So those are our two boxes. Let me just do a quick recap on the cards that we have made. And obviously I've still got loads that I could make. So we've got Happy Birthday. Oh, you can't see both the boxes. There we are. Happy Birthday. Shaz, I'm not doing swaps. I've got a few people that I will take a specific gift to, but I'm not doing swaps per se. This one is You Are Sweet, and you don't have to do swaps. Life is wonderful, and I love you each and every day. So that's what we have made this morning. So yeah, I really wouldn't worry about doing swaps. Apart from anything else, we don't know what's carrying over and what isn't, so it's all a bit difficult anyway, because, I mean, you could use the online exclusives, I guess. So I'm trying to do a little bit of a tidy up so I don't end up with too many hexagons in the house for hubby to point out. Let's pop those in the bin. There's always one that doesn't want to go in the bin. So, that is today. They might be in your next order, Nora. Well, there we go. Really useful idea. Ideal box with Easter in mind. Absolutely, Lorna. And do remember, you can do that with any note card. Just change the sizes. You could do it with our standard size note cards and envelopes. But if you've got any patterned note cards and envelopes, ideal. If they're plain, stamp on them first. You know, make them pretty. So, Shaz, I'm really, really sorry about your news. That is horrible. My father passed away now-ish. Gosh, 3 years ago? It was during lockdown funeral. It is difficult. It is very difficult. And I'm afraid it will be for quite some time to come. Anywho, thank you to those of you who joined me today. Thumbs up is always appreciated. Absolutely, Karen, we will be here. How much did you cut off again? 3/4 of an inch, Inika. So it was this much. Now, if you're working in metric, just work out where you want to score. Just bear in mind, so I took off 3/4 of an inch because that's what worked for me. But if you're working in metric, you may want to change the dimensions a bit. But yes, I'm going to see if I can make different sized boxes. I mean, I can, don't get me wrong, I can make different sized boxes, but out of them as well. You were only 38 when you lost your dad. Oh, Leslie, that's sad. My husband was 21 or 22 when he lost his father. Anywho, thank you very much indeed. Let me flip the camera back up so I can say farewell properly, because it would be polite. So, thank you very much indeed, Shaz. My heart is going out to you. It is going to be a rough while, I'm afraid. She says, pointing out the bleeding obvious. I will be back on Saturday with a slightly different simple stamping. And I will be back again next Tuesday live. So until then, I will say goodbye. Look after yourselves and see you. Oh, thank you, Shaz. You work in Imperial as well, Inika. Good.